And a very good evening to everyone. Thank you for joining us on DeFi Singapore coffee sessions on every Wednesday nights. And so how this program works is that back in the days when we have crypto conferences, we would have different people, coming and gathering, after the sessions. You can call it an after party if you want to, but obviously this is not being enjoyed with drinks. It's just over coffee. And so what it does is that a group of us, we just go to some coffee place and we go together and talk more in terms of what's happening in the space. And so this is what the show is about. So as and when people will join in, we never know who's going to join us for every week, to be honest. And that's what makes this whole session really enjoyable. But I managed to get today a very special guest from CoinGecko. Our brother our brothers in Malaysia, our David versus Goliath, against CMC. Yes, CoinGecko, you have stated really well. We're gonna introduce them shortly to the session. And without further ado, let's introduce my very first guest for this week. As per normal, every week you will hear shit being spoken. Our OG in the space, Dunstan's in the house, right? Welcome, Dunstan.
Hey folks.
And then we have Victor of our brains behind, any DeFi projects behind it. He's the one with the analytics, on BitCurate. He's giving us all that valuable insights. Picking your brains. If you ever have any questions that you need to ask in the show, you just type in the post in the comments. We'll try to answer as much as possible. Last but not least, we actually have, as what I've mentioned, our David versus Goliath, CoinGecko's.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Yeah. So, Kristian, maybe for the sake of for the benefit of everyone else, we could do a short introduction. In terms of who you are, what do you do, and and maybe introduce CoinGecko as well.
All right, sure. Thanks, Leslie. So, hello, everyone. I'm Kristian, a market research analyst in coingecko.com. So, I hope all of you know that CoinGecko is a crypto. It's the largest independent crypto data aggregator website in the world right now. So we track crypto prices and crypto data. So basically, if you want to make your trades, CoinGecko should be in one of your toolkits, hopefully. So that's about it, I guess.
That's about it.
Yeah. Any questions? Okay. You guys just feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer.
Understood. So I'm gonna just quickly share a screen because wait, let me just quickly share this screen. So I just want to go through in terms of today's session. We're gonna probably talk about a little bit on what Bobo Finance and NFTs basically, and of course, certain things along the way. Oh, hold on, guys. It seems like we do have another speaker that just came in. Well, interestingly enough, he messaged me this morning, and we kind of had hit it off, and we were just saying, you want to join us tonight? Come and join us. He's coming in all the way from UK, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave the introductions to him. Introducing Mr. Steve Good. Steve. Are you there?
Steve Good is in the house. Or in the coffee shop.
Yeah, man. Steve, oh my gosh. Okay, I didn't expect this from him. It's like, he is...
I took it seriously.
Yeah, I did not expect him to say yes to this. We kind of have a speaker's link that we send out. And yes, we are very blessed to have two very special speakers today, joining us with on the coffee session. CoinGecko, Kristian representing CoinGecko, and Steve Good. Steve Good, why don't you introduce yourself? A quick one.
Okay, so I've been in crypto since 2016. I worked in the world of real fintech for about 20 years before that. I have a best-selling book, which we have a headline from Tim Draper on the book, so it's called Be Left Behind, which we published in February, which was amazing, just right before COVID. So that's good for digital, but not very good for paperback.
Send us the link. Send us the link for the book, man. Put it on the post, man. Yeah.
Sure, I can
Post
do
it up.
that. Yeah, and I'm also a lecturer at Draper University, working. I work mostly with entrepreneurs and startups. So ICO and crypto, it's exciting because back in 2016, 17, that was the hype. Now it's all DeFi, and frankly, it's great for me because that's the background I have and live in. So it's exciting times to be able to do a lot more advising and working with projects and helping them figure out a lot of things in terms of business models and tokens and scarcity and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
So thanks for having me here. It's great to see you guys.
Thank you for joining us on a Wednesday night. What time is it in UK over there?
It's 2:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too
No.
bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not like US timing where they are sleeping at this point of time. Yeah. Okay, cool. So without further ado, let's just go into some very basic stuff first before we go into the heavy stuff. We have some topics for tonight that we want to talk about. Let's talk about Bobo Finance, right? I'm not sure if you guys know who they are, but I think 1 month ago, a few weeks ago, these guys, and let me try to share the screen again. Hold on, let me just do this. Yeah, I'm still figuring this out. Can you imagine that? Yeah. There you go. And can you guys see the screen?
Partial of your screen. You have to
Are you able
maximize
to
and
see?
screen share, I think.
Yeah. Now?
Yep, yes.
Okay.
Full screen.
Okay, right, Bobo Finance. So I kind of took a snapshot from this. Kudos to Aaron Ting from Crypto Malaysia. Thank you for sending these pictures out to me. I got it off the Facebook group in Crypto Malaysia. So 2 weeks, I think a few weeks ago, there was this whole meme that's going on, or meme that's going on, right? I stand corrected. Somebody corrected me. It's not meme, it's meme. Yeah, and so this is what's happening. Somebody actually created Bobo Finance, and it's on Solana. Any thoughts on this, guys? Oh, come on, guys.
You see that I'm reading it. I'm trying to read it right now, right? Of course, we saw. Of course, we saw that. We saw that on social media.
Yeah.
What makes them the first completely on-chain cryptocurrency ecosystem, I wonder?
Yeah, everything's all experimental at this stage, right? So this is quite fun. I'm not going to dwell on this too much. I just wanted to hear your thoughts about every project that comes in, and I thought it's not to shill it, okay, guys. I mean, for those who are viewing this, guys, please note, right? Do not even get involved in this. Basically, this is all experimental. But what was funny was back then, the history was that some guy was standing at the edge of a building, pictured it on Telegram group, and a bunch of them told him not to jump, basically because of I think Yen Finance. Was it Yen Finance? I can't remember which. Oh, Sushi Swap. Yeah, Sushi. He bought a whole lot of sushi and he got wrecked by it, right? So yeah, exactly. So this is, and end up they say, don't worry, we'll save you, basically. And this whole group of tech guys came together and created Bobo Finance. You'll be surprised, right? But what I kind of enjoyed reading was, can you see over here? We'll be talking Bobo English, which looks like this. How are you doing, sir? How are you doing, sir? I don't know. He's trying to pronounce it in another way. This is so funny, man. Dunstan, what are your thoughts, man? Being an OG in a space, come on, share a little bit, man. Dunstan.
He's mute.
Oh no! Come on.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm here. Yeah. This is really us being totally degenerate, man. By like coming up with something like this. Yeah. So yeah. Like what Leslie said. Obviously, this is but even before Bobo Finance came out, right? There was another meme token called Bobo Protocol. They actually came out even before Bobo Finance.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that was to add on to the hype where after the whole Bobo drama, then people started getting a bit more interested in what's going on in the in that space itself, I shall not say which country's crypto space, but yeah.
You didn't wear the mask.
Yeah.
Were you wearing the mask?
Yeah, I know, man.
Okay. Let's not get you in trouble, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not get them into trouble, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So after that, we have the Bobo protocol coming up, and I think this is like just the next natural evolution.
Kristian, you
Yeah.
want to share in terms of your thoughts, because obviously you're the aggregator. I cross fingers. You're not going to list Bobo CoinGecko. So yeah.
Okay, to be honest, this is my first time hearing about Bobo Finance, and so I'm completely lost. Like, okay, like oh, another one. So like, I mean, this DeFi mania has been crazy so far, and we like it obviously because because it's exciting. Like, there's just so much stuff happening, and like every on an average we get about 2 to 3 figure. I mean 2 to 3 figures amount of applications. Okay, we are the new fully on-chain financial ecosystem. We will be. We are the next Bitcoin, or maybe no. People saying the next Bitcoin is already very old already. Now they're saying the next Wi-Fi. We will be the next compound. We will be the next this and that. And then like, but to be fair, like being degens, right? You just throw your money in the 100 and just hope one of them 100x. So at least you break even and have fun, right? So that was my my mindset diving into this space. And then I mean, I love it. I love all these new protocols that comes out. Like there was one recently I saw. I forgot the name. And even if I know, I'm not gonna tell. So they did around a pre-sale round, right? Like, okay, this dot finance, we are the next dot finance, and then we're gonna do this and that, and joining the pre-sale is still around. And then as soon as the pre-sale ends, the Telegram chat changed its name to Dodge Challenger. Basically said, thank you guys for the donation. I'm gonna buy a Dodge Challenger. I've always wanted one. You guys are so kind. And then he just muted the chat, and he just took pictures of him going to the dealership, snapping the lease, and then the cars. And like, it's just so funny. Like I'm lucky enough I didn't buy into that, but if I did, it would be. I mean, I'll be laughing, but I understand why we don't want to jump off the bridge. and it's just yeah, and things like this happen like almost on the daily. So it's good. It's good. I hope it continues to. I hope more people comes in, and I see the day. I hope that day comes when my uncle from Sarawak suddenly messaged me and says, "What is this DeFi thing, and how do I join?" Two people.
You can't join it.
I mean, so like the way I see it, like the last round we had the whole ICO thing, and at first it was very, it's very technical, it's very hard to join. You have to call the smart contracts and all, and then eventually it becomes dumber and dumber. And my uncle did eventually call, what is this ICO and how do I join? That's when I know the peak is in. Should have sold to some stable coins, so I'm gonna do it this time round.
I really feel you, man, Kristian. That's so funny, man. Yeah. On that note, right? I do actually have another mem token, which I want to share as well. I mean, for lightheartedness, guys, please take this as we're not sharing this as to shield the project. Okay, please, for goodness sake, do your own due diligence. Okay. The other one that I want to show you guys is actually this one. NFTs, right? What the hell is stick the man? And it is, and like Kristian, what you said, right? Someone did put 0.1 ETH to him for an for a super early investor. We never know what's going to happen next, right? If for some reason, if this guy is going to earn or going to gain some airdrops, right? He's the only one that the backholder that hosts all of this, So.
So it won't be very hard to make it moon then. I think it was supposed to be stick it to the man, not stick the man. You made a mistake there.
Yeah.
Well, somebody stuck it to somebody, that's for sure.
Steve, thanks for joining us, man. I totally appreciate that, man.
We need some humor in crypto. It's too stale and serious at times.
Exactly, man. So that's what this channel is about, right? We hope to just share a little more, hope that people laugh and can talk. Yes, so we do have people asking, wanting to ask the question. Yes, yes, you can ask questions. Go ahead, Apuro. If I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, do ask the questions away if you want to. We're definitely open. This is just a coffee shop session. Anyone who joins us, they are always open to ask questions. Welcome, John. Yes, the stick man. No, it's probably what probably what Steve has mentioned. Stick the man. stick it to the man. Yeah.
Stick it to the man.
John, thanks for joining us. John, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's like the ugliest NFT I've ever seen in my life, man. Yeah. Yeah, I think if my daughter were like 3-4 years older, I'm sure they would be able to produce something like this.
Look, to be honest, I see the price tag was how much? 0.1 ETH.
Yeah.
I think it can go 10x. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's okay. Okay, after this, I'm gonna go buy it. Can CoinGecko release the NFT?
Yeah. you said that 0.1, you never know. It goes top 10x. That's $4,000 worth of ETH, man. Basically, who knows, right? Yeah. Oh man, yes. I'm gonna send up the link for that Steve has mentioned about his book, so you guys can actually just see it in a short while, right? Also, right, so the next, we're gonna go into some serious stuff here, basically, right? So I mean, we had all the laughter and all. Victor, did I lose you on your video? Oops. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you're back. Cool. First thing first, that I wanted to talk to you guys about, actually, bring up the subject was technology and its hacks, right? And its impact, basically. So last week, if you guys have not known, Kucoin actually had a hack. All right. I've lost Steve for some reason.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's in Amsterdam, so he's gonna come back soon.
Yeah. So based on this, right, guys, Kucoin actually had a hack, and it was 150. Now it's going up to 120. No, sorry, 200 million. 280. Wow, that's the latest number. And gosh, and you have projects on this decentralized apps rolling back their blockchain, basically, and that's the impact that they have. So first of all, Kucoin is not a decentralized exchange. It is a centralized exchange, right? So the question is, if it's being hacked and people starts to move the tokens out, how does it move, man? Basically, right? Yeah. Sorry, I have to show this. I'm sorry. You see this? Yeah, I wouldn't know, man. Oh man, I wouldn't know. Seriously, man. Where is Steve?
Apu, what he's gonna do is he's gonna buy that stick man, and then he's gonna buy a few of them and then go and sell it to people in Amsterdam, man.
That's so hilarious, man. Yeah. So back to the question, guys. So how does it impact, guys? Right? It's interesting, right? How does the whole ecosystem right now, having centralized. John, you should be here, man, because he's the centralized exchange guy, right? If the exchange has been hacked, and what happens after that, basically, right? The hackers starts to move the funds out, and he tries to liquidate on a decentralized exchange, and people start to get worried. The projects starts to get worried. Some of the projects are rolling back, their blockchain as a result. What are your views? Basically, yeah. Kristian, since you're a special guest, please go ahead. Go first.
All right. I mean, looking at the previous few notable hack events, whenever there's a big enough hack event going on, like the first thing will happen is those with the ability to do on-chain analysis, they will provide some insights. So we know companies like chain analysis, CipherTrace, they will definitely be on top of the game. They'll start tracking. Like even one personal tool that I use, Whale Alert, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
What's it?
Yeah, Whale Alert.
Whale Alert. Okay.
Yeah, Whale Alert. I mean, they will start tracking movement, transactions, and all. And typically when it's Bitcoin that is hacked, what they try to do is that they'll go to mixers and stuff, and then they'll try to sell it any way they can. But this round it's different because of DeFi and its implication, right? Like we've seen conversations where people say this is actually a perfect time to try to use to apply a different use case on Uniswap, right? You hack an exchange and then you dump it all on Uniswap because it's decentralized, and then there is no account, there is no KYC. What is going to happen? And thankfully, I didn't think. I think the hacker didn't thought of that in the first minutes, and he probably know it a bit later. So during those times, during that time, project, that's when those who wanted to, they did rollback, so they did token migration, or some of them just straight up censored the accounts. So we know definitely for sure Tether is fine, because Tether is a stable coin, watched over by the Tether company. They can reverse transactions, and then this is when you start to see projects that has been selling themselves as decentralized, showing up wearing the true ugly heads, and I guess we all know about that. We all know which of the projects they basically roll back and all. I mean, it's not wrong to do that, but it's the message and the implication. If they do this because of a hack, what's to stop them next time from doing the same thing for whatever other reasons, right? And and conversely, some of my favorite coins. I'm not gonna name names, but
it's okay.
All right, so I mean personally, he's my Papa Kane from SNX, because he takes care of me. I have his bag. I mean, I buy his coin. He's helping me pump his coin, and I'm happy because of that. And I really like basically his response. His response to the whole hack is, oh guys, I mean, sucks to be SNX bag holder, but really there's nothing I can do about it. Even if I want to do anything, it's up to the governance, and I don't think the governance want to do anything. So the hackers are basically, they are free to sell their SNX with no, threats of rollback or whatever. And then I think SNX is doing fine so far. Price hasn't dipped.
How much do you have, Kristian?
He's a will, so it's okay.
Enough. I'll just say enough.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. That is what that is what the space is about, right? Basically, Anish is giving us like preempting news, saying be careful, this is being recorded. Yeah, but that's what the real shit is about. We're being real here, so don't worry about it. Yeah, anything goes, man. Yes,
that's why we have the Drama Queen Cup today, right? Because there's no drama on this call.
Yeah. Yeah, I will buy Christian a mask next time. Okay, I promise this. Next time when you here, send me your address. I'll send you the mask. Duster, just show the mask. Anyone's on my that's guest on my show. Yeah, that's
Wow.
when you can speak shit about it basically. Steve, you have a question from one of the guys. He's asking you. Let me see earlier because we lost you for that for a moment, right?
Yes. I got 0.1 ether of the stick man. So we just doubled down. Apparently, if you have like 2 users, you can get listed on CoinGecko. We'll have to confirm that with Kristian now.
Oh my gosh, you guys are horrible, man. Yeah.
So I guess
Okay,
we put the headlamps on now because we need to like make sure we know where we're heading. I gotta make sure we can see the right direction and all. I don't have a mask. I just have my headlamp. I always know the direction I'm supposed to go because the light tells me.
Actually, I got something to add. According
Yes,
to what
Victor,
Chris, related to the hack. Actually, I'm very concerned about this factor, right? I mean, a little bit serious on this because this could actually impact the whole DeFi momentum. You know, I think as what we are aware, right? A lot of all these blockchain analytics company, including like chain analytics, chain analysis, elliptics, and of course even in Singapore, Merkle Science, right? A lot of all these companies are actually tracking all the addresses. So which is what mirroring what Christian said, right? The hacker hack it, but he cannot liquidate it at any of the exchange. Due to KYC, he cannot, show his face or his identity at all, right? Unless, of course, he, swap it with Monero or something, right? But based on all these new DeFi tokens, I think some of them they liquidated at Kyber, and of course Uniswap is the biggest, right? The problem is this. I posted this question to one, of the linking contact that I have. Her name is Journey Lee. She's one of the marketing manager in Elliptics, right? Which is a blockchain analytics company. So one of the questions I was thinking about is because of all these chain analytics company, they actually track each of the transaction by addresses. It doesn't matter how it goes, right? Down the road, let's say another 1 year down the road, right? If your Ether or your USDT or any of these coins that have been interacting with these addresses, original addresses that has been that was hacking Kucoin, it will be blacklisted. That is how the whole program and system works, right? So I'm just asking myself this question, right? What if today, this is actually a real situation? What if today this person actually goes and swap from all these coins to ETH, and then of course the ETH that they get, right, is actually blacklisted as well. And then when he take the ETH, right, he actually put into like a balancer pool or Uniswap pool or Curve pool or whatever other pool. So all his blacklisted ETH addresses will be mixed in those kind of AM pool. So my question to her was like, if I actually bought an ETH from this pool, but because I have no idea who addresses and which account is actually part of the pool, because it's all pure decentralized, is my ETH or my crypto that I bought from this pool is going to be blacklisted as well? Even she can't answer me because she's kind of like, oh yeah, that's an extremely good question.
Victor, I can answer this actually.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. I knew it. You're gonna answer this question. Come, Dunstan. Oh.
Yeah, so in the especially in the OTC market, right, which I've been in for a very long time, the biggest fundamental flaws that I see within the system is this: people tend to blacklist certain sort of financial assets once it has been found in a transaction that was shady or something like that, whether or not it was a hack or whether or not they bought drugs or like uranium or whatever shit they buy. So now, however, right, so we go back to the most fundamental, the fundamental parts of money. Money, which I mean fiat money, right, has been in almost, or should I say, most of the money in the world, right, have been in most of the shady transactions. Most of them have gone through one way or another. One simple thing that I can say is this: the amount of cocaine that is found in that piece of fiat, that USD that people value, right, is so much that the people that are doing the clearing of the USD in the Federal Reserves, right, have to be changed every half a year. If not, they will suffer from cocaine poisoning.
Okay.
So, but do you see that fiat being blacklisted? So, what I am asking the analytics company, no, not CoinGecko, you are our allies and so on, is this?
We love you. Yes. Yeah. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, CoinGecko, but the rest of them I'm not very sure. But yeah, so my biggest question that I'd like to ask is this: why are people bothering with the fact that there is such a thing as a tainted cryptocurrency? Just because the regulator said that is an issue. Because at the end of the day, the regulators can't even regulate their own fiat properly. In fact, we regulate our own cryptocurrency even better and even more transparent than the way they regulate their fiat financial ecosystem. So, but then we are penalizing ourselves, like what Victor said. If a cryptocurrency has been in any of these transactions, right, there is no way a common layman will ever know. No way, like.
Unless the
Most of
FinCEN
us, right,
knows,
don't even know anything about chain analysis. And who, before buying let's say buying an ETH or something like that, or even using an ETH, or drawing down liquidity from a pool, right, would ever be able to find out that is gonna be part of any hack or any shady or it was in Silk Road or Tor or something like that. So why is the industry so right now, right, I'm not even putting my mask because this is the first time I've been serious in one of our coffee shop talks. Why are we, the industry, penalizing ourselves because of the hacks?
I mean, I like to add, right? I like the idealism of this, right? It's just that on my pragmatic side, right? Because I'm looking at a lot of people who are like yet to come into DeFi and crypto, right? We know it. We need the market to continue to grow so that we have more adoption, right? Either from real world or like tokenizing any stuff or even like utility at the merchant, right? So all these things will come into the place. But one of the problem is the on-ramp and off-ramp. And on-ramp and off-ramp is actually through all these exchanges or through some partners, right? I mean, if it's just pure crypto to crypto, I'm okay with it because we know that we are just transacting value between two of us on crypto itself. But when it comes to a lot of people, like you say, who do not understand a single thing, right? And they're like, oh, I decided because of my pay this month, I really want to invest into the future of cryptocurrency. I believe that, the Bitcoin or the Ethereum is something that I could hold. You could appreciate value better than fiat, which is,
global finance, right?
Example. But BTC lah, of course. But down the road, right, if any of it, right, actually got blacklisted because of this, right, they are going to be the naysayer of the industry. They will be saying, hey, man, I just spent 200 of my, savings to buy a crypto to hold. But the bloody 200 is actually blacklisted and I can't do anything with it, right? So that actually creates the bad confidence for new crypto. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. So I say don't blacklist the cryptocurrencies. It's as simple as it is.
Yeah, Dunstan, I've got something for you that'll actually support exactly what you're saying. I'm going to just show you this image. It's from my book, but it's exactly what you're saying. Hopefully, does it work? There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, estimated 91 million over 2 years via cryptocurrencies exchange. Hey, wait, are we talking about the black one? Ah, yes.
Hey, is it bigger for you guys? Yeah. Here you go.
Yes.
This is real data.
Yeah.
According to Bloomberg, right, $2 trillion a year is lost in money laundering and scams and everything in fiat. Crypto, $91 million and counting.
Yeah.
So let's put a little reality check in here in terms of what's really going on in crypto versus fiat. Fiat's got a much bigger problem. Of course, more people using it, but it's magnified hugely. So I totally agree with you, Dunstan. I think whenever there's something that goes wrong, it's like, call us conspiracy theorists. It's because, obviously crypto is all, against the system and it's all bad and nobody should be touching it. But let's look at fiat now and ask ourselves how much theft and money laundering goes on there. And how come the media doesn't want to talk about that? Well, that's why we pulled it out and put it in the book and made sure people understood it, because the reality is it goes on in every industry. It doesn't matter if it's fiat or it's, you know, something happening in Ghana or happening in the US, it's the same. And now it happens to KuCoin. So it's part of life, unfortunately. And we're only as good as the systems we build, and we're only as good as the people we work with.
Yeah,
How does KuCoin's insurance work? You know, in this case, they claim they have insurance, right? Obviously, right? So, how's that working out? I mean, Kristian, do you have any background stories on? I mean, you guys know would obviously know KuCoin, right? No, I'm just an
I have
assumption.
nothing to share. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I need to buy you the mask. Okay, never mind.
Give me the headlamp.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what do you the rest of you think? You know, they claim they have an insurance that they can pay out. You know, I'm not sure how much is the amount. Obviously, Victor has really mentioned it's already up to 280 million. But you know,
so that
I don't
there
think
it goes. It's all used up now.
Right? Yeah. There's
So
no
what do they do
coming back
next
from
year?
this.
I guess their premiums are going to be going up then, right?
Yeah. I mean, time and time again, we have always been saying this, right? As the OGs in the space, and you know, as people who are professionals in the space, we have been saying, you know, ever since Mt. Gox happened, right? Never put your coins in the exchange, right? Unless you're trading, you know, or don't treat it like your own wallet, right? So this is something that you know that needs to be done. I think the next time around, I need to invite Ledger's representative over here for a quick lesson on this, right? So here's a shout out to whoever is in Ledger. Yeah, please connect with us, man. Yeah, if you guys know of anyone who's working in Ledger, please ask him to join our sessions on Wednesday night. Yeah, give them some proper education on how to store their cryptocurrencies.
How to keep your coins safe.
Yeah, how to keep your coins safe. That's right, man.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next topic. Andre and his new gaming project called Eminence, right? Oh yeah, that was only like few days ago, basically. Crypto really moves so fast. I have no idea. I cannot keep up, man. Seriously.
It's like Andre, man. He moves so fast. He codes and he builds things at a crazy speed. It's like every week or every 2 weeks there's something new, man.
Well, the benefit is that he doesn't even do it on a test net, so he just tells you what test in production, right? So there you go. DeFi, you know, degenerative. You guys do. Degenerates really want this shit. I'm giving it to you, basically, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, any thoughts on what happened on this latest news? Kristian, you want to go with this?
I mean, if you want to play around with unaudited code and you get wrecked, that's really on you, lah. That's how I would say.
That's all.
Right. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, it's a note to self as well. So yeah, I'll make sure to to check that the code is audited.
Yeah.
But
even with
there is this. Okay, sorry. That's you want to go ahead?
Yeah, you carry on first.
I mean, it comes down to being degens, right? Like when you trade unaudited, when you play around with unaudited code and then you win big, you think to yourself, wow, I'm so cool. I'm so good. I'm such a chat.
Oh, but Kristian, you are so cool.
and then when the converse thing happened, when the opposite thing happened, you think about getting lawyers trying to shout bloody murder, and nothing, no fault is on you, right? So it's very interesting to see how humans work in this regard, and I think it will happen with anyone if you lose enough money, and I laugh at them the same as how I laugh at myself. So then again, you you play around with unaudited code, you get wrecked. That's really on you.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, I read it right about this issue about the whole Andre's new game token, right?
Yeah,
so there are two sides to it, right? One of them is I kind of agree with Kristian, right? I was like, I'm a capitalist, right? So the thing is this, right? If you wanted to risk your own money at something that is purely new and risky, I mean, it's bound for something bad to happen, right? And you have to bear the responsibility. So in this case, right, I feel that, right, I think Andre go beyond the ball and refund that 8 million that he intend to refund the 8 million to those guys who got cheated, right? But if you look at the whole smart contract that happened, right? I think somebody did an analysis on Twitter. I was reading very detailedly about what happened, right? Actually, the hacker did not actually even hack the code. It's just an vulnerability,
exploit. It's an exploit, actually. Yeah,
he did not do anything. He did not really hack anything. It's just that there's a bonding curve to it. He is smart. I would say that I really salute this guy. He is brilliant.
Yeah.
Within one night, he made that much of millions. So I think he deserves it. Honestly speaking, why the hell all of us don't read the smart contract? I mean, if you wanted to, you can read the smart contract and you can do the same as well. But this guy actually managed to do it, by doing it himself. So the process is this, right? If you were to look at the smart contract, the flow directly, my interpretation is this. So he discovered there's this exploit that could be exploited with those guys who are putting money in early. So he actually took a flash loan. He actually took like 15 million worth of flash loan from, I think, Aave. Then he took the flash loan. He actually split of it into half and exchange it to that token, which is the EMN token. So when he exchanged to the EMN token, half of it, he take the token, right, to actually, swap it with another token so that the bonding curve actually goes in his favor, right? And then he take another half of his flash loan to actually buy back at a lower price, and he swap it with DAI and return back the original loan. He actually make millions this way. It's just based on like how you are doing it in Balancer or Uniswap or Sushi or any other exchange anyway. It's just that some, like what Kristian said, some idiots, right, who never do smart contract audit, just put in like 15 million, right? Hey, there's 15 million for me to play around. If I'm good enough, I can, do swapping and use the bonding curve to actually get the money. So, I mean, how could you blame him? He did not really hack anybody. It's just that, like a lot of degens have put all the money in, right? So that is what I feel what happened, right? So to this situation. It's just crazy.
And even more of a salute to him is okay. I used to be a game debugger in World of Warcraft. They actually got some of us like freelancer, and we always found bugs. So we always found exploits in the game. Like one time, my character actually found a way to swim all the way to Developer Island. And even though there was supposed to be a force shield around the Developer Island, and you would have never be able to swim that far.
How long do you take to swim?
Yeah, it was like two goddamn hours, but and try to keep my character alive based on game mechanics and yeah. So, but the thing is, I actually managed to get my way in. Is an exploit that nobody knew, and I wasn't hacking the system. I wasn't cheating. I wasn't using any external program. You see, I wasn't even messing around in the code. Now, the same way degen is like that. You see, I mean, if you take a look at all the different smart contracts, right? Like all the different pools, all the different protocols, DeFi protocols, and so on, right? There are various ways, right, to play around where you become the okay, I will not teach the audience how to do this, but where you become like what Anish said, it's simple economics. Okay, it's actually not simple economics, Anish, because one person found out, the rest didn't. But yeah, so it's really right. It's really a way in which how in the old world, in the financial world, how the capitalists found a way to game the system, to game the fiat system, to game the financial system. You know, right? When you are too big, when you have so much funds, where you have so big a loan, right? The financial world will not let you go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because if you fail to pay your loan, the whole country's pay needs to fund that debt itself, and then they use that reason to roll bigger and bigger loans. I mean, this is exactly the same thing, just with better mathematics involved. That's it. And maybe a bit of understanding of codes without even needing to touch a code. I mean, so like what Victor said, I think he deserved it. I mean, I didn't lose any of the funds, so therefore, obviously, I think he deserved it. But
True degenerate, man. Steve, your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, the guy was clever. I mean, you got to give the guy credit for, finding a loophole. And I suppose we all look for loopholes to get by with everything from taxes to,
making money.
Gaming our way into a concert without a ticket. So, I mean, I just found the golden ticket and he took it. I mean, he probably shouldn't have done as much as he done. And, the reality is the good guy would have actually been the one that says, hey, I found the defect and let's, give me some tokens as a thank you. But I mean, the exploits are there. Some people are going to just take advantage of it. And some people are going to be, let's say, good souls and actually point it out and share that. I mean, if you look back at like the DAO, the original, decentralized autonomous organization where it was Ether that branched into ETC, that whole thing was basically some people finding a problem and the community divided because some said, oh, let's just let the thing die and get stolen, which like, okay, that's kind of smart or not. And some people said, hey, let's get in there and fix it. But it's the same debate all over again, actually. We're just going right back to the same, should the guy have stolen it or should we have stopped the thing in the first place?
John says we hope, as in these things only happen once. Futures contracts should be more robust.
No, John, but
we
the
hope.
biggest
Absolutely,
problem is, this is not a contract problem actually. This is an economic use case.
Yeah.
This is exactly like a capitalist borrowing huge amount of money, going in, becoming the LPs of a certain equity, stock, share, commodities, or whatever. Not really manipulating the price, but since you already have that much liquidity, you are the price setter. And then you use another set of liquidity to come in to go and buy.
Stop teaching that, bro.
So
don't teach them how to pump and dump. Come on.
Don't teach, man. We said it so many times already. Stop it. Even you're wearing the
mask back on.
Okay.
Which is why a lot of people are criticizing Andrea's approach of testing in production for this reason. So I think one of the comment was mentioning, right, he just minted billions of new coins, right, and dumped it on the market because of this reason. Because there's not a cap, they never thought about the whole simulation very, very thoroughly. So
there's no tokenomics actually, like what you're saying.
But on the Andre's side, he also mentioned disclaimer in everything that he do. I test in production, please do not put money into me. But everyone want to put money into him and then lost money. What are you going to do? You're going to blame him. So again, right, I also do not know how I'm divided.
I also do things in production. Also, you just throw money at me, please. Just throw ETH, throw BTC. Just don't throw USDT at me because I think that it's quite scammy. But so I'll be wearing this. But
Oh God.
Hey, I test in production too, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's true. That's true, man.
Hey, which is why I bought the stick, man.
You just bought
the third block.
Hey, so I need people to buy.
Qualify for CoinGecko now. We got 3 buyers. We're just waiting for Victor to jump in here. He's a little slow, but he's a more serious guy. But he'll get there.
Yeah, I'm not sharing the link for goodness sake. But you guys are gonna find the man yourself.
I tell you, it's gonna moon now.
Yeah, it's just gonna moon, man.
You guys are really horrible. It's a pure
Steve, you better go and buy it. So next time when you sell it, you get it. You have your whole year's supply of like weed and shrooms, man.
Yeah. Actually, forget stick it to the man. It should have been called stick it to the moon.
Oh gosh, you guys, man. Yeah, I wanted to point back to Dunstan's, made mention of earlier about the fiat and how people are believing so much in the fiat itself. Only today we had news on what Singapore's the financial Temasek actually that actually launched a 3 tranche offering comprising a 10-year, 30-year, 30.5-year, and a 50-year bond only on Tuesday, and it was snapped up within 2 days. And it's like what, $5 billion worth, where people actually buy into USD's futures, basically. That's going to be strong in this aspect. Any financial thoughts on this, guys? I mean, John, you should be here, man. You're the economics guy, basically, man. I type in your thoughts, man, and send it to us, man. I just wanted
maybe
to
maybe we can get Steve to give some feedback. Liquidity buying all these bonds.
Exactly, man. I mean, I'm curious because that even though crypto is they may say it's separated, but I feel that the overall economy and in terms of the world's economies are already converging, right? We are in this convergence where the real world economy and the digital economy is actually merging. You already see that happening with the governments. Some of them coming out with their own digital currencies and as such. So, Steve, before you go, I know you have to leave. You want to care to comment before you leave?
No. I mean, there's there's a lot of convergence going on. I think that's the most important thing. That's a takeaway here. I mean, we see loans, we see more, not mortgages. We see loans which could turn into mortgages, but we see loans, and we see things like trackers, like synthetics, and we're seeing things like, bond and yield curve stuff. So I like all this stuff because it leads to something, but I want to see it become more real. A lot of it's more, I mean, my worry right now is a lot of the stuff I see today is like, oh, look, if you give us some Binance coins, we're going to give you some USD Tether coins that you can then go convert. And what are they going to do with it? They're going to go put it on a futures market and try to trade it. So they're just trying to leverage themselves more. And I'd like to see this go beyond what I perceive to be leveraging your coins for more coins into something that's more practical than money for money. But I mean, we have to start someplace. And I guess right now we're kind of limited in what we can buy with crypto. And we also are living in a world where finance is all based on trust between parties. And if we want to go to a trustless environment, we need the environments to be like, for example, if I want to buy a house, how would I sell a house to be able to buy the house and be able to trust the crypto blockchain environment in a trustless way that I could buy the house and sell the house as an asset? And I think that's the chasm we need to cross, is where we can actually do more than just digital trading, but actually move to physical goods. And I think that's kind of what's troubling me right now about the DeFi space, is we haven't quite figured that out yet. And I think that's where things start to get more real, is if you could have a mortgage, for example, or could have really a bond that actually was yielding. I'm not suggesting it has to be tied to the Fed or something, because we all, I think, have a similar point of view that, anything that's federally controlled is somewhat manipulated anyway. I mean, no more so than a whale pumping and dumping, like Dunstan was explaining how to do. So there's something to be said there. I think we need to kind of cross this chasm into for going from digital to physical. And the question is, how do we do that so we can trust that if you're buying a car, a house, or whatever, and you want to get a loan or get a mortgage or something like that, how do you do it and make it real? And I think that's what we don't really have a solution to yet.
John's given us a comment, basically, and he says, crazy issue. Temasek has better credit quality than Malaysian government. So I should have worn the mask, basically. I shouldn't be reading this out, but yeah, rates are definitely going low from here in real finance. So thanks, John, for your comment. I will buy you another mask as well, so make sure that you guys get it as well. You guys in Malaysia, just let me send. I really need you guys to send me those information, and then I'll this show shall be called Guy Fawkes mask.
I mean, John makes a really good point, because I mean, what's the U.S. doing? It's going like this. It's printing money, right? So what's that going to do? It's not going to do anything for the long-term value of the economy. And I mean, when I interviewed Tim Draper, or moderated a call with him and Alex Mashinsky from Celsius last week, what was amazing was listening to them talk about the printing of money and comparing it to what Latin America looks like today, and how the U.S. could end up in the same place with the complete and total collapse of the dollar if they keep printing it like this. So, you got two billionaires who are smart guys. They're there for a reason, and they're telling us, watch out, the dollar is not going to be a stable ground based on the way the economics are being run today. And that's why Bitcoin's the future, which is great. I love hearing that.
Yeah, man. We found another Bitcoin maximalist. All right, man.
Yeah.
Kristian, running away. Kristian, what are your thoughts, man? Yeah, I know. Steve, so before that, Steve, I know you. If you have to leave, you have to leave. Because 10 o'clock is your next appointment. To the audience, any last words before you leave?
Don't buy my book.
Shit,
That's a
man.
good one. That's
Because
a
if
good
I tell
one.
them not to buy it, maybe that'll encourage them to go and give it to their. I mean, so the example of you want your uncle to start asking you about DeFi. Well, give him the book, and then he might start asking because the book was written exactly for people who are the newbies. I mean, our subtitle for the book, just to give you guys a good laugh. So, discover Bitcoin and cryptocurrency before your grandma beats you to it. It's very intentional because we want you to realize that you will be left behind unless you actually start working it out. And I mean, realize most people watching this are probably pretty aware of blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, how to keep your coins safe and all that. But your grandma probably doesn't, but she might be ahead of your grandkids if you don't hurry up. So, I think the point is that there's an education process also that we need to help people with. So that's why we put the book out there. So I appreciate you having me here. I've got another 4 minutes. I'll hang about and then I'll bounce in a couple.
Cool. Kristian, back to you. Based on have you any thoughts on, I know you guys are from Malaysia, across the straits, seeing that Temasek actually came out with these 3 bonds. Your thoughts?
I mean, personally, I'm not too well versed in traditional finance. But then I approach it in a 50 IQ manner, right? So if I put myself in the shoes of a trader working in for, I guess they have traders in Temasek whose job is just to trade. And then if you know about the yields in DeFi right now, right? Some of the yield farms and the yield they're offering, I mean, it would be pretty enticing, right? I mean, what's a 20% stock increase compared to 2 million in a random yield farm, right? So I think they would try out, and then hopefully some of the funds will spill into crypto, and then hopefully they buy my bags. I hope. 50 IQ, 50 IQ take. Okay, I'm not smart. I'm not saying anything smart here.
It's
How
good
much
to
for
be
your bags?
Yeah,
Let's just have an auction right now. I mean, let's just do it. Let's just see what we get for you.
Oh man.
But you need to tell us how much of the tokens you actually have so that we can auction it.
You guys are horrible.
I thought a blind auction would be a lot more fun, Duncan, because you don't know what you're going to get.
That's true.
Bag. Like a surprise bag, right?
Yeah, I'll give you $20 for your bags, Kristian.
You know what, Kristian? After this, what we'll do is I will draw out a simple diagram. I put it on an NFT. I will just say Kristian's bag, and then we'll see how it goes. And then we'll see how much we can raise from there.
Mike, do we want the bag of coins that aren't shit coins that just are defunct projects? We want the coins that actually still exist.
You guys are horrible, man. Seriously. Hey guys, stop bullying my first time guest on the show. If not, he won't come back the next time, man. Stop it, man, you guys. Apologize, right, Kristian? Yeah. I want you back on my show, man.
He knows it's all love.
Yeah, this guy wear the mask, man, you guys.
Yeah.
Dustin, you have any last words before we go? Based on this, I'm sure you have some thoughts on this.
Yeah, so I mean, if you take a look at Germany, their interest rates are at negative. Yeah, and in a couple of countries in Europe, and that is happening right now. So if we are taking a look at global finance, it means that they are actually paying you to take a loan. I mean, what does So what does that tell you? What they think about the whole financial ecosystem, and what are their feelings about the fiat and the bonds that they are throwing out right now in this economic situation. I mean, not even not even the most prosperous country in Europe trust what the US is doing right now. Actually, what they just did was to literally give the US, right, a third finger, and just told them that I think you are fucked. But because most of the largest capital markets are in the United States, are in the US side, so technically we are fucked because of you. So yeah. So okay, I need people to start borrowing stuff from me so that I get more liquidity, and then I would pay people to actually lend them money.
Yeah.
Well,
This
you-
is real
bond
stuff.
bond markets and stock markets tend to fluctuate in opposite directions. So
Correct.
what we see is if bond markets are starting to go one way, then you can probably start to wonder how far away we are before we start seeing that correction that people have talked about in the stock market.
Yep.
But I mean, I wouldn't say that Europe's all rosy either. I mean, we're still dealing with Greece and Italy and all their problems, and then Brexit, and then of course the UK's been handing out money like crazy to people that are on furlough. So I don't think it's much better. I think it's just more countries to contend with. But
Correct,
there's no real unity.
But you're correct, Steve. But we are talking about just Germany alone and their stance.
Yeah.
Not taking in context with the other aspects of Europe, and that's just very scary,
But
actually.
isn't Japan doing the same thing? I thought Japan also had negative interest rates.
Japan has always been like that. So
Yeah.
It's just
You
how
want to have
bad it
savings.
is, actually.
Yeah, it's called. I think it's called skimming, right? You put your money in our bank, and we'll just skim a little bit off you every month on the side.
Yeah, and we'll give you money too to like borrow stuff from us. Please do.
Yeah,
Victor, you
Well,
had
this
something coming up. Yeah,
it's a
Victor.
good use case for why put your money inside crypto and get some returns from a yield farm or Celsius or something else instead of leaving it in the bank and having them scrape it from you.
I think the crypto market is not growing fast enough, if you ask me, right? It's too volatile and it's not growing fast enough. Because of what we are talking about, right? All these bonds and all these funds, right? I think a lot of people want to come in. But I remember like 2 weeks ago, right? John was mentioning on the show, they're saying that, hey, if I have $100 billion, I can't come into crypto because I'll be taking all the liquidity away, right?
Actually, they can, Victor. They can, and they can come in large amounts. Do you know that?
Just like the OTC method, they will just do it like batch, per block, so they will not impact the price too much.
Not just that, they must be willing to allow the price to be factored into the BTC that they buy, and not just have it on the dark pools itself.
I think so. Those are one of them. Yeah, but I just want to add a little bit to what you are saying just now about the bonds, right? I remember reading this, right? So, the group LVMH actually took a negative interest rate loan from I think the German bank or Euro bank, I forgot which one. They actually financed like 13 billion or how much to buy over their biggest competitor, which is Cartier. And the banks are literally begging LVMH, please take our money, go and buy your biggest competitor so that we can actually get some return from, not even return, I'm paying you money so that you can actually buy your competitor. That doesn't even make sense.
Wow.
Literally, they are giving the money to LVMH to buy their second biggest competitor, Cartier. And I'm like, if I'm the owner, I'm like, sure, you are giving me money. Why don't I take over my biggest competitor?
Why is nobody giving money to buy over my largest competitor?
You should be give everybody money to buy Bitcoin instead. I mean, half the joke in the US is people saying, "Oh, good, look, I got another $1,000. I'll go buy some Bitcoin with it."
It is.
But they're going to buy their own Lambo, right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
You're talking about Hot Wheels again, huh?
Yeah, but you see, John is correct. It's 15 trillion negative.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
huge.
John,
This is another level.
Sure, man. Yeah, definitely, man. I guys, I know John says he doesn't want a Ferrari, he wants a Dodge Challenger.
Well, I thought that was the Dogecoin.
Oh, sure, you can go ahead and do it.
Yeah, you have to ask Elon, right, the CEO of Dodge.
You guys sometimes you guys really take this so far. I can't control this, man. Yeah, we've reached the end of the show, to be honest. I'm so sorry.
But we were just warming up. Victor didn't even tell a joke yet.
Tonight I'm too serious.
Yeah. No, Vic's just being Vic. Yeah, we love him because he brings that value, right? Yeah, so that is what the show is about. We bring we bring the serious guys, and we bring the jokers coming together. We totally that's what the name of the show is supposed to be. The essence and the culture of the show is. Kristian, very nice to have you. I hope I didn't scare you with today's session. Please come back.
I have fun. Thanks for the fun, guys. I mean, this has been great.
Yeah, I really hope to hear more from you guys. With CoinGecko's, next steps to future plans. If you had share, for that matter, we can always arrange another session for that. Good work, for being the David versus Goliath. All the crypto guys, we all do this. We salute you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
CoinGecko.
We work hard, and we give the users what they want, which is a transparent data and accurate price, and all the tools they need for all the latest trends. So we work hard, and we're always listening. And so if you have any suggestions on things that we should add and whatnot, I mean, we always all ears.
Just add a crown on the top of the gecko's head on your logo. That's it.
Claim it, man. Just claim it. Yeah.
Pass it on to your marketing team. We won't charge you for the advice.
I'll tell the designer. Yeah.
Yeah. Which we're because this whole you guys have grown the website for that matter in terms of what the users want, and in the last few months I've been seeing so much improvements, man. It's crazy. It's at first there wasn't a DeFi, and now you have farms as well. You even have a portfolio. So you guys, if you guys do not know what we are talking about, just go to coingecko.com. There's a free promotion for you guys. This is where all the OGs and the crypto guys use in terms of getting that information on. So with that, thank you, Steve, for joining us. We will definitely have you back on the show.
Do not buy
the book.
Do not buy the book. That's right.
So you gotta take out your book now and show it to others as well. We're gonna do that as well.
Wait.
Yeah.
Are we showing books here? Okay. Yeah. I shall compete with the guests also. Yeah. Do not buy the book.
That's right. Bad idea. It will not help your grandparents. It will not help your friends. It's just a waste of time.
It's gonna make them drop their hair, man.
Yeah. No problem.
Don't have any.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone for this coffee session. It is what it is. We have fun. We have over coffee session. Just bringing this live to everyone else. Okay, cool. All right, man. On that note, we'll just end off the broadcast. Thank you guys. I hope to see you next week. Do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.